So guys, it's been really an honor to be surrounded by you, being inspired, looking forward to what's next. And I would just like to get some points whereby, like what advice would you give us? What advice would you give out there?
Okay, I think it's been a great delivery for both of you. I saw passion.
Well,
Kelvin,
our experience here at
is,
the Düsseldorf campus was really, really nice. We had a great opportunity to present sensibility here.
I just want to say, keep doing what
and
you do.
we
Most
met
importantly,
great people, interesting entrepreneurs. It was a great experience to hear their ideas and their companies that they founded and they started, which was also a great input for our conference. The panel discussion was very, very lively, which was great actually. And we learned a lot, we were taking a lot from this conference back to Falana, and we hope to see some of those great entrepreneurs again.
So I think your commitment to delivering value to people who are less privileged is something that is worth commending. So I just want to keep doing what you do, because a lot of times you find challenges, a lot of times it looks like it's not really working, it's a worthy cause.
Yeah,
but
well,
I think it's,
me personally, I've never been to Africa,
the reactions you got today,
and I think it was a great thing that this conference is so Africa-based.
Just to
I
add to what you
haven't
said,
learned anything
I was
about
on a
the
panel
entrepreneurial
yesterday
side
with
of Africa in school or in university so far. So I think that was really great. And well, the African people, at least the ones that I've met today, were all very friendly, very forthcoming. And yeah, as I said, it was such an active discussion. I wasn't awaiting that, and I was
the
positively
joy
surprised.
that it brings, the end product, and who you're focusing to use this product to satisfy is what that is what got it from me. You know, being that you are able to solve problems with your product. You are not necessarily profit driven, but I hope that you make money from it at the end of the day, because that's why we are doing business. I like that you're willing to go back and provide all these products. And will I say that whenever you are willing to roll out your product, speak to us, let us collaborate. At Invictus, we are willing to talk to anyone, you know, so keep in touch, I'll keep the door open, and however we can help each other, we will.
Thank you very much. Because also the idea, like, of course, it started with the underprivileged, but we also want to create stability for the whole economy. So, if we are trying to gather some resources where we can actually establish a kind of research and development, so we can actually find a way where this waste can actually be made not just for the underprivileged, but something that can actually help the entire economy. Because, like I say, we're tired of waiting for things to come from outside.
we have to do it ourselves.
Exactly.
I like the fact that you are taking the bull by the horn. The same approach I took in running my business. So I definitely see where you're going. It might look challenging now, like you earlier pointed. I don't believe in overnight success. I am not an overnight success. I might not be old, but I mean, what overnight. So keep at it. Don't stop. If you meet closed doors, there will be one that is open. So don't give up. And I'm looking forward to your products in the future. Hopefully using that.
Okay, just to stay calm, I think as you keep going, try to tweak a little bit, try to see how to absorb value much more than what you currently have. And I think part of that involves coming to conferences like this, so that you can meet people who are also doing similar things in a sense, and be able to draw insights from how we do what we do, so that we can then. Africa is experience, and I think the challenges we face is powerful. Zambia, about the same. So there's really nothing. So what you can do is to stretch, connect to bigger minds, to what people are doing for other fronts, and add to those.
Thank you very much. but I would just like to talk about a little topic that I've been sensitive about now. Because I feel like most of us who are here are privileged enough to get a formal education. So how do we ensure that those who are not privileged, or if you can't pay your school fees, you still get the knowledge? Because what I've learned, like, there is the formal education, but then there is knowledge, and that, for me, I've learned that you actually learn more outside of the building walls than in the classroom. But I'm not saying we should take that for granted, because that paper is the one that opens some of the doors. But I just want those who are not privileged enough to get that paper to have confidence. What would you guys say to people in those situations?
I would share a little bit with you. I lost my dad when I was 16, just fresh out of high school. I'm not from a privileged background, so when I hear people maybe make excuses, I understand that people face challenges, but I have learned a whole lot outside the classroom as well. So before I stepped into a classroom in university, it was 4 years after I should have got it. But in these 4 years, I had run several businesses. So going back to get formal education could count as satisfying all norms to make sure that social-wise I'm accepted, I could communicate, I could engage anyone in any part of the world. So if you find yourself where you cannot be able to enroll in a university or high school, that's not the end of it. That's not the end of it. Just continue to learn. A lot of people are self-educated as well. But if at all at the end of that tunnel, or when you see the light, you have passion about something that you want to study, be it plants, be it animal, be it buildings, be it cars, whatever that you have passion about, go back to school and study. I was a science student in high school, wanted to do medicine, do sciences, but finances made it not possible for me to go into university. By the time I went into university, I studied what I was passionate about, which is politics, right? Which is world trade. So those things can help me to engage in the conversation today. So by circumstance, it might be an advantage that I ended up studying what I love, what I'm passionate about. So if you find yourself in a situation where you cannot be in a classroom, that's not the end of education. But when you find out that you can be able to afford it, then study what you're passionate about.
Just to add, I think he said a whole lot on that front. There we go. To cap it with some personal experience, I think that's quite inspiring. Okay, just to say, like I told you earlier, academics is about what they teach you in a structured environment. Education is what you teach yourself. A lot of things he knows in business today is not what we're taught in. It's from everyday exchanges. You know, we need to de-emphasize the place of we must go to. By all means, if life privileges you enough to go to school, please go to school. If life gives you the opportunity to be around the four walls of school, please go to school. Because in a sense, it's a way of validating your potentials. It's a way of certifying what you can do and giving you access to some places that they would not normally accept you. So if you have the opportunity, please. But if you don't have it, it's not an excuse. Education is happening right now. Education happened since yesterday we came to this place. Education is happening for our environment. So to the average African, we want to, everyone that has an audience, we need to tell and keep telling people that education is everything that you learn, even beyond the four walls of the school. And as much as we're privileged, we also design systems. There are online programs also that we need to, they're quite disruptive. We can reach out to a lot of people. The internet penetration is increasing even across Africa. So even we that are quite privileged, we can work with internet service providers and create educational products that people can connect to remotely from wherever they may be across Africa. And I think that will help. But what to tell them is education is everywhere. No one has an excuse again, and it's happening right now wherever you are.
And that's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. You just heard. And I think we should focus on working together and keep these things important. Get educated. However, if you can be in a classroom, take advantage of that. If you are surrounded, ask, learn, be curious. And that's the only way you can go forward. You have to learn from somewhere. Somehow. Otherwise, you just be the same. That's growth. That's development. Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's fine.
Thank you. Great.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure.